Well, hello, good morning, my dear friends. You have been tuned into Bullet Diaries from Bangalore, and my sound will be a little bit congested because I have a running nose. So let me tell you what was my experience with the Classic 350, the maroon color. And I'll try to make it as short as possible so that you guys will be able to understand. See, when I came from Dubai in the month of May 2015, yes, almost 2 years back, the second day itself I actually saw many pictures and everything on OLX, and I sorted out one, but unfortunately from OLX nothing was working out. So I went directly to a person. That was my biggest mistake. I went to this second-hand bike shops. So I went there. I wanted one very badly. So what I did is I was pretty much satisfied with the look of the bike. That is a maroon color Classic 350. And yes, I wanted a Classic 350 bike at that time, but I was not aware of what all things was about to come after that. So I bought it for a very higher price. You will be astonished. When I paid all the money, it costed me around 1,56,000 rupees for a 1 year bike. Then it was almost a year old bike at that time. I was not knowing the current price of Classic 350 at that time, so I just wanted to buy a bike. I just got it. So I paid everything by ready cash, and I got the bike. I was very happy. May 2nd I got my bike. That day evening, it's my on May 1st night I reached from Dubai to Bangalore. Then on May 2nd evening I was having this Classic 350 with me. I was one of the happiest person because I admired Royal Enfield that much from the beginning itself. I did not watch any YouTube videos though at that time. Otherwise I would have been able to understand and sort it out and got standard 500 initially itself. So I got the bike. Then I had a lot of things in my mind, because you know what, Royal Enfield is one of the most versatile bikes which can be modified to any extent, where you get from the tires to Mac wheels to air filters to silencers to what not, you get everything. And believe it or not, I spent almost around 20 to 35k for the spares. I mean, for different things. I don't know what all things I replaced, but it was a learning curve for me, because I was having this spring seat with me, and initially when I sat on the bike itself I felt that it is small and it is jumpy always whenever I'm going in a small potholes or anything like that. So from that day itself I was feeling a little bit of uncomfortable. Then within a week's time I put that Thunderbird backrest, and it was not feeling good. Then I changed it to the standard 500 backrest, or we can say the grab rail. Then I went to a trip to Kerala. I was pretty fine. I was pretty happy, but I wanted then different thumbs. I mean, I was not satisfied with the sound of the Bullet, as you guys also do. I was not knowing anything about the bike, so I changed close to around 7 silencers, different models, including the glass wool one, this and whatnot. I change silencer every now and then. I put at least 2 to 3 Indori silencers. Then I put the upswept silencer. Then I change the stock silencer. So I experimented like anything, but I was not able to find a proper thumb. So I stick down to the Royal Enfield short bottle silencer, which was giving a decent look to it. And I did ceramic coating again. That was a big mistake to get it done from a different vendor. I don't want to name his name. I spent close to around 5,500 to 6,000 rupees at that time. So this was all heavy money when I started spending, because you have a Royal Enfield, you want it to look better, or go faster, and so many stuff like that. You feel that power is lesser. So as you guys felt, I also did the same, and ended up changing the air filter to BMC air filter. Then I went to 2 to 3 mechanics and gave servicing there, this, that, 2000 kilometers servicing, semi-synthetic oil, synthetic oil, mineral oil, what all things I did not experiment on my bike, and ultimately all the tuning was gone. I used to get mileage not even close to 15 or 16, or I can say maybe close to 20, and the bike was fully screwed up. And in the air filter there was full of petrol. When we opened the air filter, and my carburetor was gone, I replaced the carburetor. When I feel about that Classic 350, it was a big lesson for me. Then I did one more biggest mistake. I thought, no, okay, fine, Royal Enfield is not my cup of tea, so let me buy a Bajaj bike. Yes. Let me tell you, I have a 2011 model Pulsar 180, which is there with my brother in Chennai. So I had very good impressions about that bike. So I thought, okay, in that case, let me go for either Pulsar 220 or the newly launched Pulsar 200 AS. Now see guys, I'm not being against any Pulsar brand or anything like that, but to be very frank, when it was launched or anything, initial 5 days initial 10 days itself, it started giving problem when we are start the bike. It used to get automatically switched off, and a lot of stuff like that. There was smoke coming up from the front side, and extra heating, a lot of things, and I was totally fed up. I even sent a mail to the Bajaj Pune that I got a faulty bike like that, and the person from Pune came and inspected my bike, and ultimately they changed something inside, but they were telling that everything is okay, because once they take the bike inside the service center, they can do whatever they want, right? And we don't have access to that, and I'm a working person, so I cannot always spend my time for the bike to get repaired or stay there and see what they are doing. Very bad experience. I bought the bike for close to 1,20,000 rupees because I changed my tires to Michelin, both the tires. So on road it was around 1,20,000 after changing the tires, and believe it or not, I sold it for 75,000 rupees. Yes, just a 2.5 months old bike, I sold it for 75,000 rupees. So that was a big loss for me, because I didn't have time, and I'm like a little bit of fickle minded at that time that if I want to buy something, I will buy somehow, whatever it is. So I close to lost around 50,000 rupees there. And when I sold my Classic 350, I sold it for 98,000 rupees. I spent close to 1,90,000 and I sold it for 98,000. So, and not even that bike was 8 to 9 months old. So I bought it in May. I sold not even 8 to 9 months, it was 5 months old. So I bought it in May and I sold it in October. And I bought my Pulsar in October, I sold it in December. So this was how I lost close to around 1,40,000 rupees. And I'm not joking guys, this is very honest, and trust me, I lost a huge money. I could have bought a new Bullet 500 itself or any other bike. Then I ended up buying this, and after that the things have changed. I have learned a lot from my past experience for 2 bikes, and now trust me, whatever is required, only that I used to change. I don't do any other modifications. I don't play around with the silencers, I don't play around with the electricals, I don't play around with the air filters, or I don't play around with the carburetor, nothing like that, and silencers as well. So this has been a learning curve for me. So you guys, if you have a bike, if it is a new bike for you, Royal Enfield, please keep it as stock as possible. Max to max, you can change the silencer to Royal Enfield short bottle silencer. My review is pending. Anyway, I'll be making a review of it, and let me tell you, it is positive, don't worry. There is no much negative. Only thing is, I need to check the mileage part, how much it is. So you can go for it. it will cost you somewhere around 1800 or 1700 rupees. So if you have a new bike, please don't do anything to that, please. It is a very humble and very humble request to you guys. Don't do anything, because your bike is pretty good and you have bought something which is a legendary thing from the legacy 1901. Don't spoil it by fitting very much fancy extra lights or changing the mag wheels. I'll come to that one by one, that what all are the advantages and disadvantages of modifying your Bullet. So I'll be making a different topic on that, but this is what. So keep it as stock as possible, and yeah, see man, see all these handlebars. It actually spoils the look of the bike, man. See, it is all personal choices, but I would like to keep my bike as stock as possible and maybe give a small vintage touch. If you drastically modify the handlebar and keep the Harley Davidson handlebar, keep the Harley Davidson mag wheels, why to do that? Because Royal Enfield has its own look and charm when you look at the bike. So that's my opinion. So guys, take care. This was my story of the Classic 350, which was there for 5 months, and it gave me always pain, and I was worried. Even that crackling sound, crack, when I start the bike, it was also there. When I think about it, I have a very mild pain in my heart when I think about that Classic 350. But yes, this is how you learn. I had a very bad lesson with the Classic, and then again I ended up buying a Royal Enfield, but this was totally a different story. And you guys can see from last 1 year I'm using this bike by God's grace. Touch wood. So fine guys, this was my story. Do let me know what is your thoughts, and hit the like button if the video is good. And if you're a newer, you can always go to my channel and check out my other videos. Take care and bye bye.